Hi guys, Jace here. It is morning and here we are at Lake Tarawera. We've got 2 days of riding with the crew, so it should be good and we should have some good adventures. So come and join us, see what we get up to.
Hi mate, I'm Jace.
Nice to meet you, mate. Like out by the seat post of the pork mowers. Really tight. What's your loading?
Is it Will, is it?
Yeah.
Will and Rock.
Are you making a YouTube video?
I will, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Never. I was just going to say that to you.
You best be that comes to me.
Go for it. See if we can keep up. That'll be a no. Now this trail is a flowy grade 3 starting next to X Buns and finishes at the X Buns exit. It's a perfect loop to complement Upper Moana climb, and it was the first one we did of the day just for a nice warm-up. The name, which translates to the pig, came from the pig tusks which the trail builders found while building this. Built by Empire of Dirt with funding from the Rotorua Lakes Council, and it was built last year. Good riding, boys. Yeah, it's the curse, mate. We went on to do Temeke, and in February 19, this extension at the top part was built. So it starts off near the minerals start and also Tutiata start. And this is quite cool, this top bit, and it goes down and it's a bit techy. It's got a few drops in there, but it makes you think, and it's really nice. Good line. Here comes the drop, yeah. Now this is the real tricky feature and probably the most known feature on Temeke, and it is the rutted turn towards right at the end of the trail. In the dry it's pretty simple, in the wet it is treacherous. It's nice and steep, very steep, and then this turn here, but as you can see on the GoPro and in the dry it looks a piece of cake. Oh yeah.
Strong forks are these days.
Now, our second trail of the day, which I didn't film, was Tutiata, and Gav here, who is the best rider out of a lot of us, and who rarely falls, somehow managed to smash straight into a tree, and he cracked his frame at the front, either side. He did manage to ride the rest of the day and change his bike out for the next day. The next trail was the awesome Ahi Manawa, the Burning Heart. This deceivingly flat start to the trail is quickly given a reality check as it drops into steep, rooty, off-camber trails. This one is for the technically orientated riders, with plenty of drops and chutes to test yourself on. There are a few bypasses for most of the technical sections, although the bypasses themselves are still fairly tricky. After the rain it can get pretty slippery. It's a couple of years old now, and it rides really well in the dry. And as I said, very technical in the wet. Nice. Yeah. Come on, Will. Come on, the rock. Nice. Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Yeah, 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Oh, 1 out of 10. We just did the top section of Huckleberry Hound because the jumps are cool before we dropped into Mounga. Now, Mounga has got 3 distinct sections, obviously the top, middle, bottom. The top is pretty tight, and the middle section is very open and dusty and fast, and then the bottom bit again gets tight and steep like the top section. This, as you've probably noticed, is the middle section now, fast, flowy, and dry and dusty today. The main feature of this Mounga final section, I guess, is this little gap jump, which you come up to here, and then you got a few drops and steep turns to finish off with, and then you finish at moonshine.
Cool.
Checking it for cracks. Yeah, that's good.
Straight from Taiwan. Yeah.
So the next day, Gav got his new bag, his transition spur, 120 front, 120 back, but that didn't stop him riding as quick, if not quicker, yes, quicker than everyone else.
Ahiri tane mahuta, manakatia mai mātou I tēnei rā. Manakatia ki nā tangata katoa I roto I tēnei wāhi, kororia ki tō tapu. Amen. So guys,
We had Kit today, and the second day, which was great because we'd had him quite a few times before in the past, and he was a cool guy.
And like be hopping and stuff.
Started off with a cool hot cross buns. Everyone knows and loves hot cross buns, and it's got that one tricky steep dip in between, but the top it's quite flowy, a little bit ruddy and turny, but quite flowy and quickly. The second part, you've got a little bit in between, which is a little bit pedally after the dip, and then it's nice and steep, rooty all the way down to the bottom. Here comes the dip. Are we going to clear it? Will in front of me. Oh no! No! I have to do a bit of a track stand just to get by. And hold on to the tree. And then try to get going again, which I do. But I found the tree pretty useful in the winter sometimes, but often in the summer you can get it, or most of the time anyway, you can get all the way up. A fun one. On it. I will try to Fast and Furious now, bunny jugs. Pretty good following Gav and getting his lines, and also it'll only take a minute or so for this trail, so we'll just watch it all the way through. Favourite, Billy T, and this is the open section. There's a lot of the section which is like the old school bit in the trees, which is actually probably the best section. This is open though, and it's got that little kind of roll drop. Not as good as the drop and gap jump of previous Billy T, but pretty good nonetheless. Oh yeah! We're on the Billy T drop roll style points. Up. Oh, nice. Nice. Nice work, mate. On the spur. Left. There's a bit of a feature on the top of Ruru, which is this log jump here. We stayed left. Actually, some of the guys behind us hopped over it, so it is doable. Probably easier in the dry. Left.
Oh, nice one.
Oh, kaboom! Now, Ruru, even though I put Ruru on here, was built in 2017, and it begins with this short section here in the native bush before picking up speed in the pine forest. And it traverses the hill with a combination of benched and off-camber sections. There are a set of steep moguls, which takes you to the bottom section, and you can double some of them. There's technical features, wall rides, and jumps at the bottom there. Best read in dry because it does get muddy on this side of the forest. It can be a handful in the wet. It does get a bit tricky on here. There's a few little obstacles to hop over. There we go, dump. And another one. But they're doable. Although from that reaction a few people had problems. Fu Walrus is about 1.4 kilometers long. Large stretches of off-canvas single track through pine forest are the hallmark of this descending trail. There's hardly any pedalling required, and most of the trail can be ridden at a slow speed if desired, with the difficulty increasing as the rider's speed goes up. So we did it probably a medium to high-ish speed. Not here, as you can see, I'm not going too quickly. Trail is filmed from this perspective of two riders. One is me at the front, and one here you can see is Will. Just behind me, he's a 14 or 15-year-old. He is one of the sons of one of the dads that we were with a couple of weeks ago. You can see after the top section, the very top section is reasonably slow with a couple of drops and turns. Once you've done that, it speeds up dramatically through the center of the section or the trail, and you can get to enjoy it. It's slightly off camber. Try to go high on most of the off camber sections, and then you'll get the better line. Like I said, Will, you should have gone high. There's no substitute for experience. I was, of course, trying to slow down just so, you know, he had a chance to keep up with me. We're just going to come up to that rock roll now. It catches a few people out, but most of the time it's pretty straightforward. You just drop down into the left. If you keep going and trust your bike, it'll happen. So here it is. Obviously looks a lot easier on camera. And then you roll up the next and you drop down.
Yeah, it's good.
And then it's only a few hundred meters out from here. Great weekend had by all, probably about 8 runs a day. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and please subscribe.